Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Evil Celia evades police justice in early ITVX releases. Emmerdale legends fear death. It was another chilling installment as the shadow of Celia continued to stretch across the village, tightening around the Dingles, with a slow and deliberate cruelty that feels more suffocating with every passing episode. Marlin's attempt to finally break the cycle of fear began with a terrible truth he was barely able to comprehend. Learning that April had been dragged into a world of drugs, exploitation, and sheer terror left him visibly shaken. I think anyone watching could feel the weight crushing him as he realized his daughter believed she had killed Callum and had been manipulated into thinking she had no way out. It's clear that this revelation pushed Marlin into a desperate corner. Meanwhile, Dylan, still clinging to the belief that honesty would save them, tried to convince Rye that going to the police was their only option. What played out instead was one of the most disturbing sequences Emmerdale has delivered recently. Ray lured Dylan into a false sense of safety, only to run him down in a cold and calculated act of violence. Watching Marlin, Rona, and April witness the hit over video call was horrifying. And I think the moment Rye calmly drugged Dylan was a stark reminder of just how dangerous he truly is. With Dylan now on life support, the sense of dread hangs heavily over every scene. Driven by fear, yet determined to protect his daughter, Marlin headed to the police with April, desperately hoping the system would finally step in. But the interview room offered little comfort. April's panic attack, sparked by Ray's threats and her recurring nightmare of him shooting Marlin, was heartbreaking to watch. Her trauma is so palpable that you can almost feel a suffocating fear bleed through the screen. Marlin's statement should have been a turning point, yet the detective's response felt like another door slamming shut. No evidence, no arrests, no safety. Hearing that even if Ray and Celia were brought in, they'd likely be released within hours was the gut punch Marlin feared most. It confirmed everything Celia boasted about, that she was untouchable, always 10 steps ahead. Returning home should have brought relief, but instead they walked into an even darker nightmare. Ray, standing over Rona as she lay frozen on the floor, was deeply unsettling. He didn't touch her. Yet the psychological torment was far crueler. I think the writers delivered a pointed nod to Rona's past with Pierce, and Ray weaponizing that trauma was a devastating blow. His calm reminder that they were being watched and that April still owed him money felt like a snake tightening its coils, reveling in their helplessness. In the quiet aftermath, Marlin's desperation crystallized into one terrifying conclusion. Their only chance, in his eyes, was to flee the village altogether. Rona's doubts, grounded in experience and fear, only made the moment more poignant. Marlin, clinging to the idea of a brief window to escape, shows just how cornered he feels. Yet it's impossible not to wonder whether any route leads to safety, when Ray and Celia's influence still stands unchallenged. And so, we are left with an impossible question. Even if they run, can they ever truly outrun something this big, this calculated, this merciless? The danger doesn't vanish with distance. It lingers, waiting, watching, ready to close in again. Emmerdale has set the stage for something terrifying, and the path ahead feels darker than ever.